house. So let's get started. We are live here. We are live there. Let's go live over here. Get it started, bro. Let's Monday. Is it Monday? Fuck, I don't even know what day it is. Is it? Oh yeah, it is Monday. Sorry, dude. Monday in transportation. Dude, I still don't know what day it is. I've been working for like 21 days straight right now. No day off, every single day, doing work. So unfortunately, I'm confused on what days it is, but it was Monday. Pretty decent Monday. The freight market looks good. The dry vans looked good. What the hell just happened to my monitor? Okay, the monitor is back. Technical difficulties, but let's start doing this, man. Dry vans look good. Flatbeds look great. Today just popped like a 6-something per mile load out of North Carolina with the flatbed. Absolutely good. A bunch of different shit we want to talk about today. We're definitely going to get into the freight market update because every time we try to get into it, we end up getting into conversations and then we just don't get into the freight market update. So we are going to get it, man. Thank you. Well, Jake from Cornerstone. Thank you, bro. If I turn the camera around, it wouldn't look super clean. Only this section's super clean. The rest of it's a fucking hot mess, bro. I need to get my wife in here to help me out and straighten it up. I'd straighten up a little bit, but I just moved studios, so it is this looks decent, but it's a mess. Even if you look behind me, bro, I still haven't even organized. There's WD-40 sitting back there and shit, but what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We'll get there. We'll get clean. We'll definitely get clean. How are those flatbed reefers doing? They're doing great. The flatbed reefers, bro, not that many. Oh shit, sorry, this guy. Okay, before we get into market update, I forgot to tell this guy to get on. Hold on one second. He wants to talk about autonomous trucks. Shit, hold on, buddy. I'm trying to get you on. Are you on or no?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, what's going on, man? So you want to talk about these autonomous trucks, right?
Yeah, it's got its ups and downs, but I know a lot of people are worried about them.
Yeah, I really wasn't worried about it until I seen that. Was it Sam? What the fuck? Hold on, sorry. I got a guest over here during right in the middle of a live, bro. What's going on, buddy? What are you doing over here?
Actually, I had somebody come to pick up an empty container from here, so I'm gonna check the container out and everything.
Sorry, guys, 1 second.
Wow.
That's Sam, by the way.
Good dude.
Sorry, bro.
It's good to see you, man.
You too, man. I'll hit you up after the live, all right? Because I just jumped on, bro. Whenever you're back over here, come on in, bro.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna come
If you came like 5 minutes early, I would have held off on the live, bro. I'm sorry. All right, bro. Sorry about that, guy. Sorry. Go. I really wasn't too worried about it either until the 500 Hirschbach truck purchase. That kind of scared the shit out of me a little bit because like I was the type of person who was optimistic, like, oh, this ain't gonna happen. This is not happening for a while. And then Hirschbach comes out with the fucking news 500 trucks. I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is happening sooner than we expected, you know?
Yeah. Well, the whole thing with Hirschbach too is they have I don't want to say being in bed with Aurora the whole time, but they've been working with Aurora pretty much from the get-go. It's nothing new. They just haven't like publicly announced that they're partnerships and shit like that with them.
Yeah.
But you can look at the shareholder meetings and shit like that online, and you'll see the current acting CEO, the old Swift guy, Richard Stockings. He just talks nothing about, driver safety and health and well-being and blah, 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 all the hoorah shit. But Hirschbach's been going about this for years now. And they really started moving on it after they bought out JCT. As soon as the John Christner Trucking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. As soon as John Christner Trucking was finally done with all the bullshit, that it took a lot longer for them to get bought out than before. Just because the father was already out because he was sick, then the sons took over, then the son got sick, and then the other son took over, and then that son got sick, and then they both passed away, and it was just a mess of a merger.
Now, quick question for you, because like I know a lot of people, like there's rumors out there, like I don't want to speak like this is fact, but a lot of people, I keep on hearing from a lot of different people that, they're 800 million in debt. All this, I couldn't verify it. I tried doing some research on that. I couldn't verify the debt, how much debt they're in. But if they are in that much debt, how are they purchasing 500 autonomous vehicles? You know what I mean?
The debt, quote unquote, is from the old lawsuits and the old lanes that they had, and they pretty much gutted everything, sold pretty much all the old shit off, And most of their debt, quote unquote, is carried by the drivers,
Okay.
their lease operation teams.
And they claim they're owned by company drivers, right? But if that's is that them or no, or is that a different company I'm thinking about?
Um, no, it's probably Hirschbach. Hirschbach took on a lot of debt from JCT, but JCT had a large majority because of I think it was they hit a kid or something like that.
Oh wow.
I wasn't with JCT anymore at the time when that was going on. I was out of the industry and coming back in, hearing all the horror stories. I was like, oh fuck, great.
Okay. And then and I see UPS just bought some autonomous trucks to work in their yard too, dude. This is coming faster than I expected, man.
Yeah, the ones that are going to get it the fastest, obviously Hirschbach. CR England already has two of them that they've been working with for a year or so. That one's more hush hush. They don't really talk about it. Um, Uber Freight, they have an order in as well. I think they put down for 100 for this year. Um, Armada, that brokerage, they have some as well. Um, there's a few other ones I'm just drawing. Oh, FedEx. FedEx is another one of them that is doing it as well. They've got an order ready for it too.
Yeah, because allegedly there's a huge order. Like people are saying like 6,000 trucks, but like NDAs are signed. So there's like other companies that are like big players are in it too. But obviously they can't talk about it because they got NDAs.
Yep. And I don't have one signed with them, so yeah, I'm good.
No, I'm saying like companies that are purchasing the autonomous trucks, like they're making
Oh
signing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, for the most part, I can just tell you, it's all your major carriers, pretty much every single one of them. Swift, Werner's another big one that's been in with Aurora for a while. They're not as big as Hirschbach, but it, if you work for the people, you see it.
So you actually work at Hirschbach?
Not anymore.
Not
Not
anymore.
as of 3 months ago. I couldn't do it anymore. Um,
So do you
I'm,
think
I'm
you think
still.
these drivers are going to take this laying down, or you think they're actually going to start quitting right now?
Oh, dude, they when I got back into the industry with Hirschbach, after they bought out JCT almost 2 years ago, uh, after taking on all of JCT drivers, they had 3,600 drivers. Today, if you look them up, they've got like 1,800.
Oh shit.
It, yeah. A lot of that had to do with the AB5 shit in California too, though.
With the contractor the
Since
law thing you're talking about?
that contractor law crap, yeah,
Okay.
because there was no way for them to get around that.
Yeah.
And a lot of the drivers, who, and that's the thing with the lease too that kind of pisses me off. It's obviously you want to finish this lease out so you can get your truck and shit, but Hirschbach kind of changed things a lot, and then changed things more and more and more and more over the course of when I was with them.
So how long do you think before like we really start seeing like a lot of these trucks out there and they start taking like regular drivers off the road, you think?
That's gonna be a lot longer. You're probably talking easily 30, 40 years. It's not gonna be anything super fast. The biggest ones that you're gonna see disappearing is all the freight off of the 10 and the 35. Uh, Anything from Arizona to Florida.
Okay.
Florida hasn't had full approval yet for everything, but California just recently started up their test trial stuff.
And there's
So
no
they're
stopping
slow.
it either, right? I mean, that ball's already
No,
rolling. Government's already paid off. I could take it. You know what I mean? Like that's already it's
it
rolling.
it's already rolling, and they're already making money off of the freight.
Wow. So like, I wonder
Yeah,
what the operation cost, because I'm hearing anywhere from like 80 cents to like $1.80, but like who knows like who's telling the truth, you know what I mean, and how much the operation cost is for one of those trucks. And then like
it's
the only hope that we had was that triangle law, right? But then I
the
think
triangle law. Yeah,
yeah, in Texas, like I think they said no, you have to have it, and then they backed up, and some obviously somebody's pockets got lined, and they backed up from it, and then said no, it's okay, do it. Which that was
yep,
like the last thing I was hoping for was going to save it at that point.
yep. But they've already got lanes from Arizona all the way out to Florida, and they've got through Oklahoma, so the Sapulpa area, Kansas City. Um, fuck, what is that other yard that they have? I'm drawing a blank at one of the yards, but for the last 2 years over at Hirschbach, they have been changing everything in order to compensate for these new autonomous vehicles. And I can tell you right away, right off the bat, it's not going to be just a plain empty truck. There's going to be somebody in there because they don't have everything set up yet. They don't have the fuel stations. They've only got minor things set up so far. They don't have fuel islands where these trucks can pull in, get fuel, shit like that. But
Yeah,
they
so
want
another
to get
question.
up.
Yeah, who's fueling these things up?
Exactly. It's the drivers. The drivers are still in the truck. But the thing is, all the drivers are doing right now, since they're quote unquote testing still, you're literally just sitting there with the camera in your face with your hands not on the steering wheel, but ready to grab the steering wheel in case the truck fucking does its stupid shit, which it
Yeah,
does.
that's wild.
I don't care what they say about all these 250,000 safe miles that they had through the year. I have seen these trucks go fucking from 60 miles an hour in a 60 zone to like 95 being chased down by cops. Like, and I mean, they're still working bugs out and shit like that, but they're still going to be drivers. They've got some of the backing down for these trucks to self back and shit like that, which is creepy as fuck
So
to
are
me.
these trucks
It's
picking up like by themselves and delivering to the receiver by themselves? Or are they like stopping somewhere like at
absolutely not.
yards?
Absolutely not. What Hirschbach had been doing is the old lanes that they had, they would have outside carriers pick up in California since their autonomous can't go over there, and then they would take it over to one of the yards that they use in Phoenix. So they would drop the loads over there, and then they would have the truck show up there, pick it up, and then somebody has to be there to obviously hook up the truck, do the pre-trip, shit like that, and then truck's on its way doing its own thing straight on the 10.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
wild, man.
yeah, they've got one, two, three, four. They have 4 yards in Texas that they use for these right now.
Yeah, because like Dallas is a huge hub, right? Like all the places went there, dude. Like every single big like any kind of distribution center you could think of is in Dallas. I mean, they completely like built this
Correct.
shit out. Like when I was there, it was like there's like little like cities of just like warehouses and distribution centers. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like by BNSF over there, like where the BNSF main rail yard is, dude,
yeah,
absolutely crazy. You just keep building and building and building. And if you get these autonomous trucks and like in these areas, because like right now Texas is hot for freight, right, for dry vans and for flatbeds. So like if you
everything.
throw in these autonomous trucks right now, it's gonna mess everything up, bro, and it's gonna leave all the crappy areas for the people that actually want to, they're gonna be driving in the trucks, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's and they're working on a yard down in Laredo right now.
Oh,
When I
wow.
was leaving, they were finished getting that set up. They have their Alito yard ready to go already. Denton is ready to go. Sapulpa is ready to go in Oklahoma. Kansas City, they're still working on like an actual finished location. Um, but yeah, no, they're Hirschbach has been doing this for years, and they've been just telling all the company drivers and dispatchers, "Oh, there's just little changes here and there. It's going to be great. It's going to be great." Over the course of the 2 years we were there, I was just watching my paycheck dwindle, and we were losing out on most of these mom and pop places that take loads. They're not big places; they're just personal distribution areas that they manufacture and send back out. But all those lanes were disappearing. So then all we were seeing was just the big contracts: Walmart, Tyson, um, fucking meat place. I can't remember the damn meat place. Um, they do the bacon, the pork. It's one of the bigger ones.
Oscar
Uh,
Mayer.
no, not well. Oscar Mayer is part of it.
Okay,
U.S.
Um,
Foods.
not U.S. Foods. Hold on one second.
but
Hey,
then also,
Kristen, what is the
uh,
place that the meat places?
Really?
I can't remember the meat places.
it's all right. Just go ahead. We'll think of it later. But then, good point right here on YouTube's. We're at War says like what I mean. He's like, just how cowboys used to rob the trains. Like he says that people on motorcycles are going to attack these trucks. Like, do you think that what I mean these people are just going to let trucks go and they're going to let just let it slide, or you think people are going to actually
There was
start
a board
attacking them?
so much.
Yeah. Say the question one more time.
Like, do you
I was
really
hearing
think that
Dom
normal
Blue.
like truck drivers and people are gonna like actually let this shit slide, or you think people are gonna start like attacking these autonomous trucks and like like damaging them so they can't, you know what I mean,
Oh,
keep going?
100%. Oh, 100% it's going to happen. Even during the testing phases, they were having people, fucking, what do you call that? Uh, Insurance claims and shit on them. And it happens. People do it all the time. And then as soon as these structures start going up as well, because Aurora's data centers, they do it personally. They don't. They don't go through anybody else to manage their data centers. They only have their own data centers that they're running out of.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, dude. Right? For those fucking trucks, you are gonna need data centers for all that shit that they're pumping through them.
yeah, and that's the biggest issue that they're having. It's not just an overheating issue, computers make heat, shit like that, but the issue that they're having right now is there's so much data flow going through from these damn trucks that their servers can't keep up. So when they're talking about they're wanting 125,000 by 2035, there's not enough resources in the U.S. at current for them to even get that going.
Yeah, I mean, they can't even do charging stations for electric cars, and they're talking about, like, is the electric truck shit even happening anymore? Because like you don't even hear about that no more. Like I know,
Uh,
like BNSF tried doing them, like they stopped because it just wasn't working out for them because they kept charging them. I mean, you've seen that Cheeto truck, whatever, in California, but like, are you like,
yeah,
is this EV truck shit even a thing anymore, or
it isn't for local stuff like Chicago. Coke Poultry is a big one. They've got nothing but EV crap. But your electric trucks, no, dude. I've seen maybe one on the highway, and it's just a tester. There's no the electrical trucks. It's not. That's going to be even longer than the self-driving
well, because
trucks.
there's no grid that would even support like this much charging at this point, right? For them to even like,
Exactly.
you know.
And and if you compare electric trucks to self-driving trucks, the self-driving truck's going to win every single time because it's not going to have to stop and take, 4 hours or however long they said it was going to take for a fast charge or something. But the only thing I'm seeing the electric trucks for right now is just local stuff, and mainly only in Chicago is where I'm seeing a lot of them at.
I'm here in Chicago. I haven't seen one electric truck.
Cox Poultry,
Yeah,
KOCH.
KLCH. Yeah, they're the Melrose Park, and
Yeah,
then they got another location somewhere else. I forgot where else. I think they got a couple locations.
yeah,
Here in
there's that
Chicago.
one that's under the bridge, that really deadly turn one that JB Hunt keeps hitting.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy, man. But then, like again, so these self-driving trucks, right? Another thing that scares me is they're not EV, that they are fuel, right? Which scares me,
Yeah,
because, and then like, but you said like, are they gonna like have to hire somebody? Are they gonna make a deal with like Flying J or somebody, or like Pilot, where they're gonna have like somebody just waiting there to fill them up, and you know what I mean? Like, like it's just
well, from in the shareholder meetings that they have is they plan on having fuel stations that they personally run set up in places. So they have a few set up in Texas set up, and then they have one in Sapulpa that they're getting ready to finish up
okay.
at the old JCT yard. But it's going to be their own like little personal fuel areas for the trucks to go in and out of, because
Okay.
the trucks they're not safe to be around people. I'll tell you that right now.
Where we're having a hard time hearing you over the background right now.
Stop calling me.
Well, could you repeat that, please?
Oh, I was saying that the trucks they're not very safe around people at the moment.
Okay.
Like when we were going to these yards, they were telling people you have to wear a vest, and if you do see the truck move, just get the hell out of the way because even with the safety vest on, the cameras don't pick you up.
So what's gonna happen with flatbeds? Like, I mean, I mean, that's probably gonna take a little bit longer, right? Because they're gonna have to have like the shippers actually secure the freight and do all that wild shit. You know, what I mean, with a dry van, it's a little bit easier. You have a dry van, it drives itself. You go to the warehouse. Next, thing you know, they're gonna have the self-loading, robotics, and then they're gonna load the truck, and then. But for flatbeds, I think that's gonna, probably have to take a little bit longer, no?
Yeah, flatbed's going to take a lot longer because that's always the white glove stuff. Um, but there's a lot of places, especially the drywall places. They already have the trailers loaded up and stuff like that. But I think it's TMI or TCI or something like that that does a lot of those. They're not even looking at them, Tom, as drivers right now.
Yeah, yeah, it's wild, man. What's happening?
Yeah, but the way things that they're talking right now, the flat rate for fees for Aurora is 85 cents a mile is what they'll be charging the carriers.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. You know, but then people are saying no, it's way more than that. But I don't see it being more than that, right? Because like I mean, but like one of those, do you know what the cost of one of those trucks actually is, or no?
About $485,000 once all the cameras and shit is installed.
That's less than I expected, to be honest with you.
I thought it was going to be way more as well.
Yeah.
Um, Aurora doesn't have it set up like, oh, I can't remember. I sent it to you in a message, but the one that has the military contract that's setting up for autonomous vehicles for the military, they have it set up for people for 95 cents a mile is what they charge the carrier. And then they have a flat rate of $360,000
Wait, so
guarantee.
they're not even sell? They
That.
already sell. What do you mean they're charging the carrier? What do you mean by that?
For which one?
Like,
Aurora or
what you mean? So they're not even selling those trucks? They're just leasing them at 95 cents a mile? Is that what you're saying?
no. They charge the carrier to use their service at
Oh,
95 and 85 cents a
and on
mile
top of buying it,
on top of buying it. Yeah,
so their
you
operational cost is not going to be that cheap then.
Oh no, it's not going to be cheap at all. And I'm not sure how they have it worded in the contract when it comes to repairs on these things. But I don't know if you've driven any of these newer electrical trucks compared to the old manuals, but there's nothing but electrical issues in these things. And a lot of these newer ones, especially like for with all the safety sensors that they put on here and the lane control assist and stuff like that, you just get electrical issues for days. And that's one of the bigger issues that they're having as well with the trucks too, is the cameras, they're overheating the system like crazy.
I mean, there's got to be like a shitload of cameras on each single. Like, dude, think about how many like sensors and cameras and like everything on that truck. I mean, that's what like if it's gonna be on the road, like it has to see like every single like square inch
Yeah,
of everything.
yeah. And when you're in the operating room, when you're seeing the cameras themselves operating on top of the truck, it looks great. It looks flashy. It looks like it knows what it's doing. But you roll up to an area that's under construction, like that 35 right there, leaving out towards Denton. Those sharp roads right there, they just cut in and out real quick on the swerve, and there's not even lines sometimes, or there's double lines, and then that's where the trucks are failing a lot of the times too.
Okay. So exactly. So like, what happens if they go to the Midwest, one of the fucking winter storms, where it's like like the slushy snow that just blocks all the sensors, the cameras, and ice freezes over it, and blizzard, and what's gonna happen
Can't
then?
do it. The truck can't run then. That's why they're keeping it to the down south area while they still figure that portion of it out.
But I just don't see them figuring that out because you can't, what are you going to put like heat, like say if you got the rear defrost on your mirrors and on your back window.
Yeah, put it
What?
on the cameras. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, like, what are you gonna do? And even if you do that, that's like the dirt alone. Like, say if you're going through like a dust fucking storm or
yeah,
whatever. I mean, dude, like, what are they gonna do? And then what happens if they fail? Like, do they just pull over on the side of the road, or like what the like? There's so many questions that I have. Like, that I just don't see this being safe whatsoever.
yeah. They say they have backups of backups of backups of safety features and stuff like that. Your airline fails. The truck is able to understand that and it finds a safe place to pull over or whatever. A tire blows out, there's sensors on the tires, so the truck is able to acknowledge that, they did lose a tire.
Well, you lose a
But
tire
they
and then
have
stop in the middle of the fucking highway because your
stop in
sensors
the middle of the fucking highway.
don't
Yeah.
work. Is that Roger? Is that you, bro? You alive?
No, no, I want to take your dispatch course.
Oh, that's
Like,
it's not nine
how do
hundred.
we do that?
It's $999, bro. You just cash at me, and then you get a 15-second call of me telling you get a job and learn hands on.
And that's in U.S. funds, right?
USD only, baby. USD
There you
only.
go, brother. Okay. Good afternoon to you, Bobby.
What's up?
I've got a kick out of your last videos. Good day to everybody. These self-driving trucks, at the end of the day, they're coming, they're here, and it's just a matter of how they integrate them in. The reality is they're going to put them on a line haul from point A to point B, return back to point E to point A. What bothers me the most is governance is rewriting rules for these trucks.
Yep.
You're shaking your head, Bobby. You know where I'm going.
Yeah.
That's horrible, because how does the general motoring public, who have done this for years, fully accredited, how are they going to be able to compete, because they're not changing the rules to help them?
Yeah, but what's pissing me off even more, this administration with the Duffster dude fucking claiming he's all for truckers doing this and that, but you ain't doing shit about the autonomous trucks.
You're
Nope.
preaching to the choir.
You know.
And the reality is, Bobby, they're not going away. You know that, and so do I.
But I
And
didn't
sadly,
think that fast, dude. I was really optimistic. I was like, dude, it's gonna be a long time. And then, but
Nope.
this 500 Hirschbach thing, that really that made me change my mind on it. I'm like, damn, that's a big order.
Bobby, I can guarantee you, wait till Walmart gets involved in this. Wait till Lowe's gets involved. You've already got Teslas coming out big time. It's not a matter of if now, it's a matter of they are here. And all these, 3, 2, 1 truck fleets were all hell bent on transparency. And sadly,
Well,
they've
it wasn't the
taken.
fleets. It's just those crazies out there with the transparency shit. Most of them that weren't even, like owner ops or company owners. But exactly, and like the regular fleets, say even if you get say my buddy, he owns like a trucking company, 150 trucks. Companies like that are even decent sized that have some money. They're not gonna have the money to fucking to buy 500 autonomous trucks. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, Bobby, they're going to get, so what's going to happen is people are going to be buying 50 together. You're going to have 5 or 6 fleets, okay, get together, and each, prorate a portion depending on their size and their availability. And the reality is, Bobby, they can't afford not to. That's the issue.
yeah, but
They
okay,
cannot.
say they do that, right? Say a bunch of mid-sized trucking companies get together and just make a mega carrier, right? They say they agree. They have a meeting. They're like, okay, we're gonna put our money together. We're gonna join companies. So I mean, all that's gonna do is just make another mega carrier, bro, and then they're gonna be on that bullshit as well as everybody else.
Yeah.
But,
you're going to see
and what's going to happen, Bobby? The sad part of this, again, they're going to put them on point A to point B, back to point A. They'll probably have local drivers only within 150-mile radius. But at the end of the day, what it's going to do, it's going to take out dispatchers. It's going to take out salespeople, because what's going to happen is these assets are going to be communicating peer to peer with customers.
Yeah,
That's what's going to happen, Bobby.
like the EDI, API, everything.
Exactly.
Fucking tracking.
Remember your 210, 214 protocols? The exact same thing is going to happen.
But it's a good question here in the comments. Who the fuck's gonna insure this shit? Good
Well,
question,
that's
DJ
why
Tommy G.
That's another reason why they bump up the insurance as well.
But I'm saying, but who's insuring? Like, so say these trucks are running like he's at it's a good. Geico's not insuring this shit, like he's saying. So who's
No,
insuring
Geico's
this
not. Damn, who was it?
Well, I can guarantee you, Bobby, I don't mean to walk on you there, sir, but I can guarantee you what they'll do is they'll start up their own insurance company.
Wait, hold on. Who's Michael Johnson of Pastime for a Change? He got locked up. Wait, what the fuck? He got locked up for meth? What the? Hey, isn't that the
What's
dude that jumped
that?
on the lives? Wasn't he on the lives over here? Pastime for Change. That sounds so familiar. Now I got a comment that says Michael Johnson of Pastime for Change got locked up for meth and truck last week. Sorry,
God.
it just caught my eye. But sorry, what were we talking about?
Hey, Cisco,
Insurance.
speculation 100%. Nobody can tell the future. But Cisco, think of this pragmatically. You're very reasonable. Okay? Very reasonable. Okay, to me. Anyways.
Who, me
And
or
at the end of the
me
day,
or the other
it's
guy?
here. It's happening. Okay, Bobby, I'll be silent.
No, I'm saying who's reasonable, me or the other guy? Sorry, I missed the train of thought.
Everybody's reasonable in their own genre.
No, they're not. But
Everyone's right at least twice a day, right?
yeah, at least like a clock. Now, but so we don't know who the fuck's insuring this shit, right? Hey, what's
Yeah.
going
Bobby,
on,
they're going to
Francis?
start their own. They're going to form their own captive,
Yeah,
and that's what they're going to do. That's the only way they can get around it in the short term. They're going to start their own insurance company. Some of them will self-insure, but most of them will get into a captive of some type. You'll get a large company to underwrite it under another division, so it'll be done very quietly, and that's how it's going to be kicked off. That's my opinion, anyways.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's fucking crazy. And another thing that really pisses me off is like, dude, like if anything happens, like an accident, and there's like a lawsuit, and they're gonna have to pay out, they're just gonna keep on kicking the can down the road, and the government's gonna allow this to keep pushing, and they're gonna just not care what happens. They're just gonna allow everything, any kind of lawsuits. Nobody's gonna pay out. And instead of like just this getting destroyed, they're just gonna let it happen, bro. Like we seen it with the triangle law, dude. The triangle law was one of the last things I had hopes for. They took that away, like you mentioned. You know what I mean? They're changing laws for these companies, and that's another thing that I'm not too happy about right now. Because like I said, Sean Duffy's up here running around saying he's for the truckers, doing this, and that. But at the same time, you know what I mean? If you're for the truckers, you really need to do something about these autonomous trucks, man, because this is, you know, this is gonna, like, what's gonna happen to our economy? Like I mean, I don't know the numbers. I don't know how much percent, you know, of like the trucking industry like makes up, you know, the job pool. I'm sure it's a small percentage, but I mean, there's still a lot of people. So what's going to happen to all these people when they don't have truck driving jobs? I mean, are we going to go to universal basic income at this point? If you take away, like, you know, the warehouses, if the, you know, robots loaded, if you take away the trucks that they drive it, like, are we getting to the point where we're just not going to have jobs no more, and everybody's just going to get, you know, just, you know, live like in a skyrise in a 100 square foot apartment, eating roaches, or what the fuck is going on? Because this is freaking me out.
Right.
Bobby, that's a rational concern. That's a very rational concern. And what's going to happen? It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to happen in a wave. There's going to be a wave here, wave there, wave here, and the next thing you know, reality is going to step in. And the reality is going to be, look where we are. There's so much unemployment, and the automation is what's going to be the driver. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what the answer is.
I mean, JJ was right, because I seen his video that came across my feed and I watched it. He's like, dude, anybody at Hirschbach just needs to quit right now, dude. Like, they need to just walk the fuck out, dude. No matter what the situation
I
is.
saw that video. Yeah.
Yeah, and then everybody else that has trucking companies needs to give these guys a home, bring them in, give them a fucking truck driving job, because if like right now, if you let these companies do that shit, dude, like, you're basically like just writing your own fate, right, to not have a job eventually. So any company that starts this bullshit, just walk away. Let them fucking fold, because right now if they fold, that's the end of it, right? But if you let them, if you keep on going, keep on getting jobs there, letting them make money, they're gonna keep doing this shit. But right now, any company that wants this shit, everybody should just quit, go somewhere else, dude. And then, you know what I mean? Like, there's no shortage of jobs right now for truck drivers. The capacity is low. Jobs are everywhere. I mean, bro, like 80 cents a mile, I'm seeing 30% of fucking grosses people are paying. Like, just quit, go, and let these companies just fucking self-destruct at this point, in my opinion.
You're 100% right. That's the smartest way of doing it, and I'll be silent. I thank everybody for their time.
You don't got to be silent, bro. But it's like...
No, I hope you stick around, too, so I can tell you what Hirschbach's been doing, because everything you've been saying is exactly what's been happening over the last 2 years.
Exactly.
So they, sorry, Bobby, to cut you off.
No,
but,
go ahead.
So what's been going on for the last 2 years is a lot of the people who weren't in the know about, you know, the autonomous trucks thing coming up this year, when the merger happened, they started letting people go like crazy. Not just drivers, but dispatchers, payroll, anybody who wasn't in the know on the Hirschbach team when they came over, anybody who had a JCT sticker or still rep JCT swag, they found any reason to start letting you guys go little by little. The amount of dispatchers that Hirschbach has right now from before the merger is probably at like maybe 20-30%. They have let go so many of their dispatchers. When you go into these offices now at their terminals, it's a bone town. You get like maybe 2 people there. Most of the time, it's like the people running the classes or whatever for the inbound.
So who's dispatching all these trucks? Overseas or?
No, well, they have all the things set up. They've got Walmart in their pocket. They've got the poultry factory. They've got a lot of the refrigerated freight.
So basically, just logistics coordinators just fucking shuffling information.
Yeah,
So
and
they're
that
not
is
even
it.
dispatchers. They're just
It's
fucking.
all done automatically, Bobby, and that's exactly what you're good. That's exactly where it's going to. The billing, the payroll, there won't be any. The billing will be very easily done. It will all go through EDI, and it's a revolutionary situation that we're in now, and we are on the genesis. The
Yeah.
question is, what can these truck operators do?
I mean, two
Uh,
options. I mean, right now, while you still can, get the fuck out of there, let the companies self destruct, or wait till fucking the trucks take over and then start breaking them and get arrested. You know what I mean? So, like, dude, like,
right.
not many options right now, dude. Like, not many options. Like, I see, dude. It's just,
Yeah,
it's wild.
but you're still gonna have to have the driver available for fueling and stuff like that because the fuel islands and stuff like that. You're still gonna have different jobs, but again, you're not gonna be getting paid what you're getting paid as a driver now.
Oh no,
You're
fuck no.
gonna be
Why would you get paid if you're gonna
hourly.
sit in a truck and it's driving itself? Like, cause I watched that whole. I don't know if you guys seen it. This came out like a while ago. It was about like in China how they're following that driver around. So it's a
Yeah,
self-driving
yeah,
truck. He's just sitting in a seat doing nothing, right? So, like why would you like how much are you gonna pay for that? You're not gonna pay that much, and it's getting to the point where it's like they're gonna keep on lowering these wages, lowering. Like, I'm telling you, it's just it's the beginning of an end, man. It looks like, dude, it's getting absolutely crazy, man. I don't think we got that much. I don't like. I'm scared to like what my son's gonna go through when he's my age. Like, I think it's gonna be like a dystopian world at that point. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy.
yeah. And
Bobby, just think of
Bobby, I
5 years.
question for you.
5 years. Just think of all these regional. Okay, I believe, and I could be wrong here. My research shows that they're going to run these assets point to point, 700 to 750 miles, where they won't need fuel, they won't need DEF or anything like that. They'll just go to point to point. There'll be somebody there waiting for them that will fill the asset up, that will put DEF in it, take a walk around the unit, hook it up to its next trailer, and then it will be gone again. That's
correct.
exactly what's going to
But
happen.
that's what we have trains for already. So like, I don't understand why are you messing with these autonomous trucks when we have trains. Like
Well,
that's
that's a very good question
So the
because
train yards. So sorry to cut you off, boss.
no, sir.
So what Hirschbach's been doing over the last 2 years is they have pretty much almost ignored their over the road, and they have been setting up all this stuff ahead of time before this huge announcement that they had this year. But they have already set it up to where they have their what do you call them? The expedited teams. You go out in the morning, you come back in the afternoon or the evening, and you're done for the day. And then that's been what their cherry picking team is that they've been doing. They've set their loads up all across the 10 for all the people who live in the major cities.
so. Are you
If
trying to
you
say
live
they go and like? Okay, are you saying they take a trailer and drive as much as they can so they could come back and they drop it another person like they relay it? You're saying is that what you're saying?
basically kind of like a relay. So
Okay.
they were already setting up these lanes ahead of time, and pretty much after buying John Christner Trucking was the last little thing that they needed right there in Sapulpa, Oklahoma. So now they have it set up from Kansas City up to Joplin. They've got Joplin, they've got Kansas City, um, they've got Sapulpa, they've got Houston, they've got Aledo, they've got all the way down the 35, they got all the way across the 10. So they have already been setting up these expedited quote unquote routes for these drivers to go home every single day. And I believe before I left, they had a minimum weekly for those guys at like $1,600 or something like that. But if you factor in, you make $1,600 a week and you're home every day, and you only work like 8 hours, then it's not a bad paycheck. You know,
Yeah,
but
I mean, dude, if you're gonna be trucking, you might as well just make that real money. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and a lot of the places too, like especially if you live like in California, Chicago, like in the higher paying areas, you can make $1,600 and be home every day and not be sitting in a fucking truck.
fuck. Before I closed down, our local guys were making more than that, dude. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
No.
Where you're going to see a lot of this stuff pick up at the fastest, not just along the 10, but at the ports.
Exactly.
You're
Well
gonna
said.
see the port and the rail yards. The port and the rail yards are going to be the biggest